Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Google Slides and how we can use Google Slides in the classroom. So Google Slides is an app on the Google Drive, and to get to the Google Drive, a quick way is to go to google.com, go to the sign in button, enter your Gmail, which for me is my Livonia Public Schools one, add your password, and it takes you to your Google page. Here's my picture that I added a long time ago. And I want to get to the Drive, so I'm going to go to the Apps, the Google Apps button. And I mentioned this before, a lot of teachers refer to this as the waffle when they're working with students because it resembles a waffle and it's easy for the kids to identify. So I'm going to open up the Drive, and when I get there, it's going to show me everything in my Drive. And just like any of the other things that we did, when you want to create something new, you just click the New button. And we're going to create a Google Slides slideshow. It's similar to other slideshow programs you might know, like PowerPoint, or if you are an Apple user, it would be Keynote. And you'll notice a lot of similarities. So you can choose a theme if you want to. You can also go back and choose a theme later. I'm just going to leave it kind of blank. And like I always do, I always title my work as soon as I get into it because I don't like to have a lot of untitled things in my Drive. So instead of going to File, Save like we would in Microsoft Office, we can just click on this box and type in our title. So this would be a Google Slides example. Okay, so similar to PowerPoint, we have the workspace here. We have our slides that'll show up over here. You just add them as you go. Okay. You have the same kind of formatting choices and things. When you open up a text box, it gives you the font choices and the formatting choices and the alignment and the bullet points, similar to things you've done probably in the past. When you click away from the text box, it gives you can change the background colors. You can change the layout of your slides, which is a formatting option. You can go to themes, and then you can add transition movement and things like that. So that's how you get to Google Slides to get started. You present it this way. I want to give you an example of some work that my students did. My fifth graders were working on, what were they working on? They were working on researching science careers. So their science teacher put them into groups, gave them a science career to research. They had websites that they went to. They researched their work. And then I set up presentations for them on my Drive because they didn't have access to Gmail at the time that we did this. And I just shared a link with them, and then they got to their homeroom page, they got to their group work, and then they started working. One thing that I did do with this lesson that I tend to do a lot when we use the Drive is we did a lesson on digital citizenship first, a responsible use of the internet. Then we did a lesson on teamwork because we're going to be working collaboratively. What does a team look like? Do team members respect each other? In terms of workspace, when you collaborate on a slideshow or a document or a spreadsheet or anything in the Google Drive, you have to respect those you're working with. And we'll talk more about that as our workshop goes on. But these kids understood that they needed to stay within their own slides, doing their own work. So we divided it up. Somebody had to find out the definition. Someone had to find out how much education you needed to be this thing, the chemist. Somebody had to find out where they work, what kind of equipment, what kind of clothing, safety concerns. So each member had their own information that they had to find and then incorporate. And Timmy, Henry, Joey, and Nick did a nice job here and presented this in front of their class. The cool thing was they worked on this in the computer lab and they presented in their classroom. I just shared all of their work with their teacher. The teacher jumped onto the Drive, pulled it up on her computer, and it was pretty awesome. So lots of work goes into kind of preparing for this, but the amount of learning that comes out of an assignment like this is phenomenal. So that's Google Slides. We're going to talk more about what you can do with kids with Google Slides. So if you have questions, let us know, and thanks for watching.